What's going on YouTube? Kamikazevondoom here with another Division 2 State of the Game video. Now this State of the Game is on June 19th, 2019, and it is just a day after the title update 4 has been dropped for the Division 2. Now I know a lot of you have already seen the videos that have come out, and title update 4 has had its ups and downs. But let's go ahead and stick to the topic of the state of the game. So yes, they did announce that tomorrow there will be a maintenance update that will fix the armor glitch. Now the armor glitch is at some point people are taking cover and they're hitting med kits or hitting armor kits, and within this animation of taking cover and healing yourself, somehow they described it as the animation is overriding the incoming damage. So the aim box and the animation are not lining up. Therefore, when they're hitting cover and hitting the medkit real quick, that medkit animation does not have a hitbox on it at all. So what they did decide to do is they are fixing that tomorrow. And that is great news for everybody, because the PvP in the Dark Zone and everywhere else, I'm sure, has been littered with these people that use this glitch and exploit it no matter what. And with the new gunner specialization and how you can get that instant full armor upon using an armor kit, this exploit just needed to be fixed immediately, and I'm very happy to say they are fixing it tomorrow. So that is a good news. A lot better than my video from earlier.
Food supplies detected.
Now also, what was talked about in the state of the game was about the Merciless. Now a lot of you were grinding really hard for the Merciless. Let me see if I can show you guys. Alright, so here's the Merciless. A lot of you guys were grinding for it for that holstered talent. Landing a shot gives a 5% chance to deal 20% damage to explosive, make it explosive damage on top of your damage. So a lot of people were throwing this as their secondary, and then it was basically buffing their primary through the roof. Now, what they said on the state of the game is that people were exploiting this talent to defeat the raid bosses faster, because when it did proc this explosive damage, it was doing damage to health, so it was ignoring armor bars and all this whatnot. And apparently they were getting, all NPCs were basically treated as red bars, is how the developers were making it seem. They said that normal elites would act like red bars, because when you shot them and this procced, it would basically just take away their health immediately and kill them as if they were a red bar. So they did fix that. So you cannot exploit this weapon anymore. I'm sure you won't see it in raid builds anymore from some people and all that lovely stuff. Now the next thing they harped on were skills. So let me go out here and show you the chem launcher. So they changed the chem launcher back. It used to be a double, or it was originally a single tap, and then they turned it into a double tap, and now on console it is a single tap again. So let me go ahead and put that sucker on. There we go. Alright, and then you just hit it once now, and it automatically drops. There's nothing that comes out with it, no animation, nothing. Just hit it once and it drops. Hit it once and it drops. There you go. So they fixed that with Title Update 4. They wanted everyone to know that during the state of the game. And they also stressed that skill builds and skill power, they are working on ways. Let me see if I can show you guys. They are working on ways. Oh yeah, you can also favorite mods now. So here's the auxiliary battery. So they're figuring out ways to incorporate these more into skill builds. So what they're doing right now, and they don't know when they're going to actually release a PTS or anything on it, but they are looking at changing skill builds and skill power to basically compete with all those tank builds and damage builds and whatnot, what have you. So look out for that. Skill builds and skill build players, there is a light at the end of the tunnel. They are going to fix that eventually. I just really hope they do it quick and without any bugs, because it looks like they're shoveling a lot of content at us, but it has bugs. And there needs to be a happy medium where you're not, shoving content down our throats that's broken. Just gradually feed us. Moderation. Keep it coming. Now, another thing they did stress on in the state of the game was the empty dark zones. So I'm sure everyone knows you have your 3 dark zones and 1 is occupied. Right now it's the east that's occupied, and then you have south and you have west. Now, with those, you only have 12 players max per lobby. So for these manhunt ranks that are on the leaderboards where they have a couple thousand kills in the ODZ as manhunt already, is a really clear indicator that they are cheating. They are boosting. And I'll show you guys again on the leaderboards where the DZs are empty. You only have up to 12 people. But if you go over here to progression, go to your leaderboards, dark zone, go down to highest ODZ manhunt rank. This has been added in Title Update 4. Click on that. As of right now, are you serious? 2019 kills as manhunt. So you're telling me that these 4 people somehow got a group of 4 to kill the other group of 8 that's max in a DZ 2019 times as manhunt. Yeah, I mean, come on. How much time does it take to kill 8 people, them respawn, run back at you, respawn, run back at you, maybe fix their builds, maybe they transfer out, maybe other people transfer in. You're telling me they killed 2019 people in the ODZ in 1 Dark Zone lobby? No. BS. BS. This is cheating all over it. All over it. You're not doing that without boosting. The Dark Zones are dead right now. Unless you have people helping you get people into that lobby, i.e. you leave the group, have your other team kill you over and over, get their manhunt so everyone else sees you, and then you somehow join back up with them, it's still cheating, people. That's still cheating. This right here, still cheating. This is probably the dude with the 12 Xboxes doing the whatever glitch where he has all 12 people in the exact same lobby at once and he's just killing them over and over. I get that part. And then it drops down from 2,000 to 155. Huge difference. Come on. They did address that the Dark Zones are empty and that they are looking at fixing that. But they have not addressed the people exploiting these leaderboards. It's on all systems. They're being exploited, and I mean, I don't think they can actually fix it, because if they could, I think they would say something about it, but until they can, I'm sure they'll be quiet. So the next few changes they were talking about in the state of the game went for the mod changes. They wanted everyone to know that you can favorite your mods, and that the auxiliary battery mod icons have changed as well. So you're not going to see the little drone icon for all the aux battery mods anymore. Which, they really wanted to change that, and they did. The next thing they wanted to harp on were brand sets. So let me load up here in the base of ops, and I will show you guys what they were talking about. This was the last big topic they had in the state of the game. So for brand sets, For example, I have Wyvern Wear. Uh, you can only match 3 of them total to get the max out of the brand set. So it doesn't do like a 4-piece, 5-piece, or 6-piece. So what they have announced on the State of the Game today is that there is a hidden gear puzzle that you as a person have to play in order to get a build that you want. The way they were describing this is that we all know this. If you look at any of the spreadsheets, we all know that these brand sets, Murakami, Richter and Kaiser, Gilligard, China, all these, they are not available on all gear items. So you're not going to see me with like a Richter and Kaiser, gloves right now. Or, you're not going to see me, with, certain backpacks. They don't make them for each item. And a lot of people are upset about that, and they are just now telling people that haven't looked at the spreadsheets and the data mines that you cannot get a 6-piece of, all of your brand sets. I'm pretty sure you can get a 6-piece of Gilligard, but it's not like you will never find a 6-piece of like Petrov. You'll never find 6 pieces of, Sokolov Concern. And they're just now addressing this where there are little gear games with these builds. These builds all look the same because they are the same. Within 1 or 2 brand sets, all of our builds are the same. Check out my build video and then go, throw any other YouTuber's video that's somewhat similar. You will see that they are not just similar, that they have a little gear game puzzle that the developers are just now telling people, and they're saying they're looking at ways of fixing that. Because the variety as a build maker you have to make certain builds, it's not really there. You don't have a lot of options. Like if you really want to spec way into being a tank, there's only like 1 or 2 talents you want to go for. If you're going straight for like damage to elites, there's only a couple talents you go for. Same with skill builds, same with straight DPS builds. And they are noticing that all these builds are somewhat similar because the brand sets, you cannot just mix and match. There's a certain like equation you need to go for. Okay, I need this kind of knee pads, and it has to be that kind of knee pads. Like Gilligard with patience, or you need a Fenris holster with devastating, or you need gloves with devastating, something like that. They've done this on purpose to where you need to learn how to make a build. They're essentially forcing everybody to learn how to make certain builds. They haven't made it, they haven't made a date for it yet, but they are saying that they will address this problem and they will add more ways of diversity so that you can expand your building, portfolio. If you want to do skill builds, they're going to make a way to make skill builds more prominent, and then they're going to do more for these brand sets and these gear sets to where you can actually do more mixing and matching. Because right now there's only a handful of things you want in this game. They have made the RNG horrible, and they have also made the build making very minimal. So you're looking for certain pieces of gear at such a low drop rate, and hopefully they fix this soon. But alright, you guys, that was the entirety of the June 19th State of the Game. I'm sure I dragged that on a little bit further than I wanted, but these are great discussion topics. So don't forget to voice your opinion in the comment section below. I do answer a majority, if not all, of my comments. So if you have anything you want to say, want to ask me, go ahead and hit me down there, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Kamikazevondoom out. Peace.